Hi, it's Grant Siegel doing a My Cleveland column on Pat Conway of Great Lakes Brewing. Pat, tell us about these machines.
Well, we're actually in the brew house, and this is where we literally brew beer, and it's a four-step sequential process. And the very first vessel is called the mash tun. And this is where we're going to mix barley and water, and we're going to have this process cooked long enough where we're going to have these starches convert to sugars. Eventually, this is going to be a big vat of sugary liquid and soggy barley, and we're then going to push it to the next vessel called the lauter tun. And that's where we're going to strain off the hot sugary liquid from the barley. This is called the lauter tun, and this is like if you're making coffee and you have a basket of grounds and hot water comes through it, and then the water becomes coffee, and then you have grounds left over which you discard. Well, that's what this is doing. We're going to be mixing this hot sugary liquid and barley around and around with our knives, and underneath the liquid and barley are strainer plates, and the liquid is falling through to the next vessel called the kettle, and eventually everything will be separated where all the soggy barley is here and all the hot sugary liquid has gone to the next vessel called the kettle. This barley then in turn will be used for compost on fields where we grow organic food. We give it to our Zos baker who makes pretzels and bread. We feed it to worms for making castings. We give it to dairy farms for milk production and for raising beef, which comes back to the brewery. So that whole paradigm of take, make, waste is now take, make, remake. Now we're going over to the kettle. This is where the hot liquid will then come to a rolling boil. I can't open the door right now because you can see that it's over 215 degrees, 212 degrees, and it's rolling, boiling. But we take this chain fall and we lower in our hops. And this is where you get the dryness, bitterness of the beer is from this particular seasoning. But this is also where we have our ginger, onion, cinnamon to make Christmas ale, or our coriander and orange peel, chamomile if we're making a Belgian beer. This is where you add your spices. It'll boil here for about an hour and a half or so at over 200 degrees. And then when it's finished, we pump it to the last vessel, and this is called the whirlpool. And it comes in and it spins in this tangential movement, and like sand in a glass, the insolubles gather in the middle. And so this vessel, in a couple hours, will receive the hot boiling liquid, and it'll spin in very quickly, and this true will be gathered in the middle, and we will discharge that, and then the liquid, which is now over 200 degrees, will be run through a heat exchanger, and the liquid will be dropped to around 60 degrees, and it'll go into our fermenter, and that's where we add yeast. The yeast feeds on the sugars and makes alcohol.
Thank you.